Jerome Powell and the Fed announced yet another interest rate hike, guys. Plus, Elizabeth Warren unveils a bipartisan bill to crack down on crypto money laundering. Plus, guys, PayPal announced they're working with MetaMask for crypto integration, guys. I got all this and more, plus the top crypto news stories of the week. So you're definitely going to want to stay to the end of this episode, guys, because I got some of the stories that the mainstream media is definitely not talking about. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. Oh, man, Kevin's wearing a pink shirt. And guys, before we get started, guys, check this out, guys. A tornado kills one in Kelowna and strikes Araby for a second time in 9 months. So as you guys know, I lost my house early this year to a tornado, and another tornado has touched down in Araby, Louisiana, where I used to live, and, basically followed almost the exact same path. So y'all please keep Araby, Louisiana in your thoughts and prayers. Guys, let's go ahead. Let's get started. So, first story, though, from CoinDesk, guys. PayPal working with crypto wallet MetaMask to offer easy way to buy crypto. Users will be able to buy and transfer Ether from PayPal to MetaMask. Guys, this is another big sign of mainstream adoption, guys. Being able to link your MetaMask to your PayPal account. This is going to create not just an easy on-ramp to exchange fiat for crypto, but guys, it's just showing the mainstream adoption that, the big institutions are embracing this technology. Now, stuff to be concerned about. I'm sure some of you may know some of the disturbing details that came out from PayPal last year about fining people like $2,500 if they spread quote-unquote misinformation. And now, what I always ask is who determines what is misinformation? So the fact that PayPal will be partnering with MetaMask is kind of disturbing, because as we know that MetaMask is a crypto wallet built on the Ethereum blockchain, and we now know that Ethereum and Vitalik Buterin are partners with the World Economic Forum. Just pointing out some facts and some strange coincidences. But we will continue to cover this, guys. So on one side, I am like, wow, this is super bullish, for crypto, and on the other hand, I'm like, what are these monsters planning? Anyway, guys, so next story, check it out. This is from Reuters, guys. Fed's Powell says inflation battle not won. More rate hikes coming. U.S. Central Bank raises rates by 0.5 percentage point. Fed's Powell says not ready to say inflation has peaked. And guys, so check it out. Fed raises at a slower pace. The central bank raised interest rates by 0.5 point as signs emerge that inflation is beginning to cool. But officials made it clear that they expect to continue to fight against high prices. We have more work to do. Jerome Powell said, yeah, guys, so if you're wondering why there's so much red in the market right now, it's 100% because Jerome Powell and the Fed has announced yet another interest rate hikes. I believe that interest rates haven't been this high since like 2007, and we all know what happened in 2008. The housing market collapsed. I told you guys. I told you this was coming. Now, if you're wondering where these interest rates going to go to, Jerome Powell said probably he's going to keep raising them up to 2024, with some economists thinking that it could go as high as 10%. 10% interest rates. And again, guys, that's not too crazy. Interest rates were 10%. Like when my parents bought their house, they paid I think 13%. So if you're in the market for buying single family real estate or multifamily real estate, you guys can go on Zillow right now. I go on Zillow every day. Prices are coming down. Money is getting harder to come by. The Fed's trying to combat inflation by, basically raising interest rates, which is slowing the economy. Money's hard to come by. It's really hurting the real estate market, guys. Realtors are experiencing some of the worst times they've ever experienced. Mortgage professionals, they're telling me that, just nobody's refinancing right now. So, these situations, affect our economy greatly, guys, since our economy really is built on the real estate industry. I mean, the way our tax code's set up, the way so much of our economy is built around real estate. So this hurting real estate is very bad, if you're in the real estate market. But if you're looking to buy a house, I know, guys, you're thinking like, well, I don't want to buy a house and pay a crazy interest rate. Well, guys, the high interest rate is going to lower the cost of the house. So you buy a house you can afford, and then when the interest rates come back down, I don't know when, then you refinance the house. That's what a lot of people did. When interest rates were damn near 2%, a lot of people smartly were refinancing. Some people were taking the equity out of their house. I wouldn't recommend taking equity out of your house unless you have a plan to use it. And what a good plan, if you're ever going to refinance a house to extract equity out, what you want to do is you want to take that equity and find another property. And then what you want to do is find a property like a fixer-upper. That way, that house, you put some sweat equity in it. So you take your equity that's not being used, you put it into a new property, and then you put a little sweat equity into that property, and then you create more equity. So in a housing market downturn, you're protected. Again, guys, we'll do more real estate content later, but let's continue talking about this. So, yeah, this is from Forbes. Fed sees rates topping 5% now in 2023, guys. So, yeah, guys, they're saying they're going to keep raising them into 2024. Check this out, Fed Chair. We won't consider cutting rates until we see inflation sustaining at 2%. So I ask you guys again, do you guys see us getting back to 2% inflation? If you do, well, let me know in the comments because I don't see it happen. Just then, Fed Powell said it's not knowable if the U.S. economy will see recession. We're already in one, dude. So, yeah, guys, we'll continue to cover this. And again, you know, my plan, make your own financial decisions. I'm not a financial advisor, is I'm stacking as much fiat as I can, preparing for the crash. And again, guys, the crash isn't just going to be in real estate. The crash is going to be in crypto. The crash is going to be in stocks. You know, in a recession, you know, risk on and volatile assets are going to come at a discount. You make your money where there's blood in the streets. That's, you know, even Warren Buffett, that's what he says. So as we prepare for this, guys, you know, people want to buy, you know, houses or, you know, Bitcoin when it's at an all-time high. But guys, when the real deals are, and in a bear market, that's when you get rich, in a bear market, guys. So that's what we're trying to do on this channel. And, you know, I know some of you watching this are actually already all rich. So I know you want to protect your wealth because millionaires love bear markets, guys. They love buying assets at a discount. Millionaires love recessions, guys. Billionaires love recessions, guys, because they can buy more real estate, they can buy more precious metals, they can buy stock, whatever they want, guys. And inflation, that's the secret, guys. Inflation does not affect rich people as much as it affects the middle class. The middle class and the lower class are what is really, really hurt by inflation and these crazy monetary policies coming out the Fed. But again, guys, we can only control what we can control. We can't control what Jerome Powell, Janet Yellen, or even Joe Biden does. We can only control what we do. So that's what this channel is about, guys, is, you know, making our own destiny, guys, you know, finding financial freedom. And, you know, guys, one thing I've learned about financial freedom is there's a lot of different ways to get it. You know, what's the old saying? There's more than one way to skin a cat. So, guys, I look at, you know, whether it's NFTs, crypto, stocks, real estate. I'm gonna place a lot of bets, guys. And, you know, however we get it, we're gonna get it. But I think, you know, over time on this channel, we're gonna see, you know, me, and I know a lot of y'all are in some of the same NFTs and crypto that I am. I think we're gonna get this bag together. So it'd be cool to watch. So check this out, guys. This is from Yahoo Finance. And this is Cynthia Loomis, and I would consider Cynthia one of the good people, I'd say, in politics. So she said this is at the FTX Senate hearing on the collapse of FTX. Check it out. I'm going to play it, and Cynthia just kills it right here. Check this out, guys.
We're conflating topics today. Digital assets are not on trial. Fraud and organizations are on trial. So let's separate digital assets from corrupt organizations. FTX, as I've been saying for the last few weeks, is good old-fashioned fraud. And what they did is separate from digital assets. Now, we've all heard that FTX lent its executives hundreds of millions of dollars in commingled customer funds for personal use, and customers who tried to wire money to FTX were instead given Alameda's routing number. That is fraud. That's fraud whether it's conducted in US dollars or euros or digital assets. That is fraud. We're conflating topics.
Guys, she did a brilliant job at this Senate hearing. And let me start by saying, guys, they know it's fraud. They know what they did. They're acting like, oh, shucks, and they're going to, you know, try to downplay this as much as possible. Again, guys, if our government really cared about justice, they would have let Sam Bankman-Fried testify before they arrested him so that he could incriminate himself, guys. They're protecting him. Probably have some of the best lawyers in the world. Probably, you know, I believe he hired a lawyer that represented Ghislaine Maxwell. Can't make this stuff up. And they're going to coach him up on what to say. And you know, because That's one problem with our judicial system, guys, is, it's, you are innocent till proven guilty, which is a great thing, but these lawyers are so cunning, guys, and they're going to find a way to protect all the people above Sam Bankman-Fried. But check this out, guys. Listen to this clown. This guy is a clown. This was at the Senate.
Again, this feels like a nuclear bomb is going off, and we're not getting our arms around it. That's why we should be considering a pause. 90% of the dark web drug sales are done with cryptocurrency. Would you agree with me that cryptocurrency is a threat to our national security?
Potentially, it is a threat to our national security.
Potentially. I mean, we have 200 Americans dying every day from fentanyl poisoning, and I assume most of those the money laundering going on is done with crypto. Again, this.
So he's blaming crypto for the fentanyl epidemic. And, he's saying that Bitcoin is a threat to national security. Okay, let's start by saying, wait till I tell this dude how most drugs are sold in fiat cash. Are we going to ban cash? Is cash a threat to national security? Also, too, he brings up the fentanyl epidemic. Where is the fentanyl coming from? The CCP. It's coming from China. So why doesn't he call out China? How can this possibly be an indictment on crypto and a threat to national security when the fentanyl is coming from the CCP? The fentanyl is crossing over our borders, and no one seems to care about it. But you think banning Bitcoin is going to stop fentanyl from coming in this country? You think banning Bitcoin is going to stop drug dealers? How do you think drug dealers bought and sold before crypto? I mean, this guy is a clown. I don't even know who this dude is. He is a clown. Now, check this out, guys. Elizabeth Warren, I believe that dude is who Elizabeth Warren is authoring this bill with. Rogue nations, oligarchs, drug lords are using crypto to launder billions, evade sanctions, and finance terrorism. My bipartisan bill puts common sense rules in place to help close crypto money laundering loopholes and protect our national security. Guys, this is from CNN. Elizabeth Warren unveils bipartisan bill to crack down on crypto money laundering. So, guys, this is what she said. I've been ringing the alarm bell in the Senate on the dangers of these digital asset loopholes, and I'm working in a bipartisan manner to pass common sense crypto legislation to better safeguard U.S. national security, Warren told CNN exclusive statement. All right, guys, let me start by saying I love Elizabeth Warren. Guys, Elizabeth Warren is my favorite politician. I know you didn't expect that, did you? Guys, I want Elizabeth Warren to be president. What did Orange Man call her, Pocahontas? I want her to be president, guys, because I feel that Elizabeth Warren truly has the little guy, the retail, the middle class. I truly think she's really worried about this, guys, that she's really worried about these rogue nations. I think that Elizabeth Warren, guys, what did she say? Drug lords are using crypto to launder billions. Oh, wait till I tell Elizabeth Warren what the drug lords are doing with fiat. Oh, man. Elizabeth Warren, guys, check this out. Elizabeth Warren. Let's see where Elizabeth Warren gets her campaign donations from. The University of California, Alphabet Inc. If you don't know who Alphabet Inc. is, that's Google. $680,000. Apple, Harvard, Amazon, Microsoft, Walt Disney, AT&T, Stanford University, IBM. So Elizabeth Warren is funded by some of the largest corporations in the world, funded by billionaires. I'm sure, guys. I mean, all the largest corporations in the world, guys, they 100% care about us. You think Elizabeth Warren, so guys, you do realize the bipartisan legislation that she's trying to get passed. I believe, check it out, U.S. Senators Warren Marshall introduced digital assets anti-money laundering bill. The proposal will bring KYC, which is know your customer rules, to crypto participants, such as wallet providers and miners. Guys, so if you have a hardware wallet and you want to cold storage your crypto, Elizabeth Warren wants to know who you are to protect us, of course, to protect us. Guys, you think that she's coming up with this stuff on her own? The people that fund her are telling her to come up with this stuff, telling her to do this. She does not have retail. She does not have the middle class. She does not have any of you. Elizabeth Warren, guys, oh, wait, hold on. It gets worse. Check this out. Sam Bankman-Fried's father drafted tax legislation for Elizabeth Warren, donated thousands to Democrats. Bankman drafted tax legislation for Elizabeth Warren and contributed $2,500 to her campaign years earlier. Yeah, guys, she had a real cozy relationship with Sam Bankman-Fried and Company. You don't hear her coming out with anything like that. But they're using the collapse of FTX to go after crypto. Don't fall for it, guys. It's a big club, and we ain't in it. Simple as that, guys. Simple as that. Next story, even Kevin O'Leary, this one from Forbes. Kevin O'Leary points finger at Binance for FTX crash in Senate testimony. Dude, Kevin O'Leary, how much are they paying you? Oh, that's right. They paid him $15 million. Of course he's going to give favorable treatment to them, guys. Of course he's going to go and it's like they're pointing a finger at everything else but what really happened. Guys, the details that are coming out are so disturbing, guys. Guys, Sam Bankman-Fried Company, they had a group chat called Wire Fraud. These guys were, these guys are getting sloppy. Check this out, guys. So, Fox News, the amazing Natalie Brunell, good friend of mine, guys. Check her out. Just a great voice for Bitcoin, crypto, and freedom in general. Check it out, guys. Check this out.
And Natalie, what did you take from this hearing? Did it push the ball down the field at all?
Well, good morning. Thank you so much for having me. I think we all know by now that you can do a lot of harm with the supposedly good intention of trying to protect people. So we have to be careful because, look, what happened with FTX is essentially what can happen when you mix human greed with, frankly, incompetence mixed with a blank check in a space that's full of these unregistered, opaque tokens that are the equivalent of counterfeit money. It is unethical to create a digital security, manipulate the price, dump it on the public, take depositors' money, lever it up at 100x, and go on a joyride of spending on political donations and real estate and what have you. So at the end of the day, this is really about the ethics of an individual as well as the space. I do what I do because Bitcoin is ethical money and it is a commodity controlled by no one. And I think everyone would benefit from regulatory clarity of what makes a digital security. How do you register one and what are the risks? Because that's what happens when someone purchases a stock, right? When people try to commit fraud in this space, send them to jail, lock them up. And when regulation does come, we need to make sure that the people writing these laws, like Elizabeth Warren, they can't upend people's freedom. Code is speech. Bitcoiners are really sounding the alarm on this bill because we have to remember that what separates America from authoritarian regimes like China and Russia is that defining value of individual sovereignty and freedom. And we have the right to ethical money, and we need bad actors to be held accountable.
Well, you make some excellent points there. Iran came into this.
Guys, amazing work as always by Natalie Brunell. Y'all make sure to give her a follow. She is 100% right, guys. They're trying to push forth this draconian legislation, to go after because of the FTX collapse when it's proven the ties between Elizabeth Warren and Sam Bankman-Fried's parents, when the ties between the SEC, Gary Gensler had a cozy relationship with Sam Bankman-Fried. No laws is going to stop what happened, guys. Because they broke the current laws that was already on the book. Wire fraud, campaign finance violations. I mean, guys, they broke like every single law. So any new laws they create is only going to hurt the retail investors because, guys, they don't want you holding these assets. They don't want you getting rich. I mean, could this be any more apparent? I mean, guys, go read the bill. Go read the bill and see, how is any of this going to prevent FTX? You don't think that the SEC at least had an idea what they were doing? They clearly weren't doing their job because FTX didn't even have an accountant. Oh, man. All right, check it out, guys. I'm happy for, guys, check this out. This is Tom Emmer. And this is him at the Senate committee here. And check out what Tom had to say, guys. Check this out.
Ray, I appreciate you mentioning your concerns in the beginning of my questioning about the concentration of power in a small group of individuals with no oversight. That is the exact problem that open and permissionless technology like crypto and blockchain solve. It solves for the problems of centralization. You stated in your testimony that you've never seen such a, quote, utter failure of corporate controls at every level of an organization, from the lack of financial statements to a complete failure of any internal controls or governance whatsoever, close quote. FTX had disastrous or even non-existent systems for accounting, audit, cash management, cybersecurity, human resources, risk management, and other unacceptable management practices that currently make your job to uncover the facts quite difficult. Fortunately, the immutable characteristics of public blockchains that some people would care not to understand in this committee allowed the crypto community to reveal Sam Bankman-Fried's fraud, and the on-chain public record will assist law enforcement moving forward. I encourage my colleagues to understand Sam Bankman-Fried's con for what it is: a failure of centralization, a failure of business ethics, and a crime. It is not a failure of technology. I've worked across the aisle since I came to Congress, so the future of crypto reflects American values, the same way the internet does today. For the most engaged members of Congress on crypto policy, the FTX collapse reminds us of why we care so deeply about this technology. Decentralization is the point. Thank you, and I yield back.
Amen, guys. That was amazing. Tom Emmer, decentralization is the point, and this was a failure of centralization, guys. Again, whether Cynthia Loomis, Tom Emmer, it's good to see that we have some people that understand this technology and government and pushing forth, because we do want regulation, guys. We just want the regulation to make sense, So, guys, go listen to that whole Senate hearing. A lot of good stuff, a lot of cringe stuff, but I don't think Elizabeth Warren's bill is going to pass. For what it's worth. Check it out, guys. John Ray, he was who they put in charge to take over Enron when that situation happened, but he's now putting FTX back together. And he stated that FTX was managed by a very small group of inexperienced, unsophisticated, and potentially compromised individuals. Of course, guys, they were working for the Democrat Party to fund the midterm elections, and as the second largest donor to Joe Biden, guys, they all knew about it. They knew this was going on, guys. They handpicked these people and put them in place. It's not a coincidence that Elizabeth Warren, Sam Bankman-Fried, Carolyn Ellison, Gary Gensler, all these people are all intertwined. You think that's a coincidence? And now what happened is, guys, it collapsed because there's karma in the universe. That's the only thing. All right, check this out, guys. CNBC, Elon Musk sells another chunk of Tesla shares. Tesla CEO Elon Musk sold about $22 million more of shares in electric vehicle business, which is around $3.6 billion. So Elon Musk has about $3.6 billion. What I think some people are saying that he needs the money, to invest in Twitter, to keep Twitter operation and running, because I believe Twitter was losing money. Is Elon Musk about to buy Bitcoin? I don't know, but check this out, guys. I mean, we know Elon has bought Bitcoin for Tesla's balance sheet before, and we know Elon has stated that he publicly owns Dogecoin, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. So this Doge designer tweeted this: the man who reinvented the payment system back in 1999 is set to do it again. So it's rumored that there's going to be a Twitter payment system, and Elon Musk tweeted to it, it's going to be great, indicating that he is working on some type of payment system for Twitter, which we're guessing that Doge and Bitcoin and Ethereum will be integrated into it. And why this is important is, remember, guys, Elon Musk was one of the founders of PayPal. So Elon has an extensive background on how payment systems work and how payment systems operate. So it's not too far-fetched that he's going to integrate all this into Twitter, because payment processing is a huge business, guys. Huge business. So if Twitter, with the amount of users it has, and to be able to capture some of the revenue off the payment processing fees or crypto transfer fees, I mean, guys, that's genius type stuff. So this is something we'll continue to watch now. Last story, guys. Kathy Wood's ARK Invest snaps up another $11.9 million in Coinbase stock. So Kathy Woods is buying the dip. Guys, so, Coinbase is, stock price is, at all-time low of $38. So if you're bullish on Coinbase, which I believe I'm starting to be, and I think I am going to add some Coinbase to my stock portfolio, because I don't know how much lower it can go, guys. I mean, I'm sure it could, but remember, Coinbase's all-time high was almost $400? Sitting at 38. I'm not saying it'll get to $400 anytime soon, but I like buying stocks on sale, guys. That's my thing. Anyway, guys, I'm Classic Kev. You made it this far in the video, guys. Write in the comments, Araby. We got to keep, my hometown in our thoughts and prayers, guys. Tough, another tornado in less than a year. It's just unbelievable, guys. But anyway, y'all, if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. Araby in the comments. I'm Classic Kev, y'all. I'm out. Peace.